Итак, мы начинаем нашу финальную, я надеюсь, часть этой замечательной игры. Как показывает счетчик, у нас остался 80, точнее, прогресс по игре у нас 82%, и это крайне много. Так.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Сережа, привет. Время крутить усы. Класс. Так. Значит, у него тут все сложилось. И сейчас нужно еще посмотреть комнату.
ABC guys.
Закрытая
It's
коробка.
closed. It's closed.
А, открыть он ее не может? Погодите-ка, у нас же есть нож.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
Нормально, он
Stockings.
взял вещдок и открыл его. Странные... Блин. Так. Так. Еще раз.
Stockings. It is now the right time.
Что же нам еще посмотреть? Так, тут у нас купальный костюм. Тут у нас слегка сдвинутая кровать.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Тут у нас печатная машинка, которую мы расковыривали. По идее, не все найдено. Так. Сатанинский, что же делать-то? А, вот, ящики. Там наверняка что-то есть. Блин, нет, ничего нет. Кручу-верчу, заботить хочу. Так. 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 Ключ. 306. Сереж, подсказывай.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Сюда он не ходит. Здесь он крутит усы. Что это? Воткнуто, я вот понять не могу, что это такое. Это очередной баг. Так.
Did Cust drop it when you...
Осмотреть комнату. Вроде как осмотрено. Эти прекрасные обои в розочку. Прекрасное зеркало. Раковина. Сейчас будет раскручивать трубу. Это вишневый сок.
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Да, действительно, это стоило увидеть. Так, все, уходим.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen.
Картоха.
I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
Много картохи.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Так, картоху нельзя своровать? А жаль, жаль. О, можно на него посмотреть. Нет, нельзя. Вообще криво ходит как-то опять. Стой ты, иди сюда. Что он делает? Господи. Так, ладно. Надо... Точно пианино не поиграет?
It is a very beautiful piano.
Да, прекрасное пианино.
It is now the right time.
А, во, заработало.
I had best talk to Jap.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Сейчас все окажется на самом деле, что он никого не убивал. виновен. Вот это вот.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling,
Вот это
but it
поворот.
doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Да-да. Такой. Стрёмная машинка.
To Scotland Yard, please.
О, какой стрёмный. Усы канделябр. Надо на него посмотреть.
This man is not in good shape.
Давайте посмотрим на его лысину. Блин, нельзя. Пущенные глаза. Трясущиеся руки. И...
He is
Нет,
worried
пиджак.
and very tired. And other police have been hard on him.
Вот на самом деле усы эти надевать нельзя. Они просто как часть коллекции и куда-то там кладутся. Я не знаю, это похоже на коллекцию бабочек, только коллекцию усов. Лампочка прекрасная вообще. Очень аутентично.
What do you want from me?
Какой-то наркоман прям.
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Рикю.
Ah, you're the detective.
Блин, такая у него прическа смешная.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Угрюмость.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Спросить, способен ли он на убийство. Интересно, что же он ответит?
I do not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
I hope not.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences. bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Фига себе. Давайте
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, no, never.
Такие кулаки прям.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
Что? В чем разница между двумя этими заявлениями?
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
У него раздвоение, что ли? Ой, стрёмный какой.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey? He is in no...
А, ему нужно лекарства дать какие-то. Блин, что там надо дать?
I know this medicine.
Это сильное успокоительное. А это... А,
Laudanum, a medicine for coughs.
ага, значит, ему успокоительным надо спать, да? Давайте.
Take this. It will help you.
Блин, он кашляет. А, я сейчас ему не дам не то, и он сдохнет.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know...
Yes, I know.
Опа.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
Упал.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Ой, сколько всяких бумажек. Сереж, помогай.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then he confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Это самая простая. Загадка.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual or repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Так, тут нет котов. Поехали домой.
To White Heaven.
White Heaven.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
What about...
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role.
А, да, тот самый револьвер, который спрятан в шкафу.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
Можно настоящих подсунуть.
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
Ну ладно. Это что же это? Несколько вариантов завершения сюжета.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your...
Так, найти вам оружие. Держу.
Voila, I entrust you with my...
Так, у него там телефон звонит. Что это у нас? А, газета.
Daily Flicker, September the 11th. A.B. Cust is the name of the alphabet murderer.
Это же все. Так.
The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to... Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Cust has a disturbed personality and memory disorders. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts.
Бла-бла-бла. Так. Нам, конечно же, надо взять телефонную трубку. Но сначала надо покрутить усы. Блин. Как будто щеку себе крутит. Ай, господи. Так.
Ah, some cool hair.
Ой, Сереж, ты пьешь, когда он крутит усы? Я догадалась. Отлично. Мне еще покрутить или тебе пока хватит? Так, сюда мы смотрели. Он каждый раз почему-то просит еще раз проверить. Поэтому я еще раз проверю.
Kirsten Dever.
Бла-бла-бла. И вот эту божественную книгу.
Hastings photo album.
Сереж, мне кажется, нужно сделать еще глоток. Смотри. Так, ладно, возьмем телефонную трубку.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his
Что это
landlady.
владелец, убийца?
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
Та самая,
So,
которая
are you
чистила
still
картошку.
going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Подозрительно.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters?
Потому что у тебя
Why did he
усы.
challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Значит, он был женщиной.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
Сейчас он будет выбирать, с кем
All
согласиться.
these theories should be studied.
Давайте
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
маленькие серые клеточки. Вперед. Да, лицевая анимация здесь, конечно, еще более прекрасна, чем в Mass Effect. Так. Вот вопрос как раз, почему убийца написал адрес с ошибкой, потому что тело было еще теплым. Классное сочетание. Это не может быть слишком известен. Так, убийца. С ксенофобией. Сереж, помогай. Что где? Блин. Так, ну давай сначала, так. Вот у нас тело было еще теплым. Логично, что это не одна из подходящих подсказок. Так. Вот это возможно. Вот это. А вот это. Ну, допустим, так. А вот это не связано никак. Это тоже никак не связано. Нет. 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 Чё, да-да-то? Не подходит ничего. Насчет неполноценности. Вот она. Брала зеленую. Мне кажется, что тут надо предположить все разные варианты. Блин, нет. Я была не права. Предупреждал. Всегда предупреждал. Пришло с ошибкой. Тело. Блинский. Сложно как? Так, Гастингс который? Который зеленый Гастингс? Или который красный? Сережа? Ага. Будем использовать всякую разную сортировку. Неполноценность. Давайте. Так. Тело. Это вот все мы сейчас будем классно перебирать. И это не одно из них. Что там? Нет. Неправильно. Попробуй еще раз. Мне кажется, это с ксенофобией все связано. Так. Так, подожди. Давай подумаем. Мне нравится то, что предполагает Пуаро. Письмо пришло с опозданием. Вообще мне нравятся все зеленые. Письмо спасло убийцу. Убийца предупреждала. Блин, угадала. Блин. Неверный адрес. Комплекс неполноценности. Что это? Ксенофобия, серьезно? Блинский. Да ладно. Он... Не вижу
Is
вообще
everything
логики.
clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning
Я
again.
вот так пусть объяснит.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule.
Да, я
However,
вот
in
ничего не
Chester,
понимаю.
he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have the wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of a psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Ой, господи, кошмар какой. С каждым разом все сложнее. Я надеялась. Это, блин, сейчас сложно. Так, что там у нас? Ранен на войне. Бла-бла. Опа.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him.
Я бы ни за что
He
не поверила.
systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Трое убийц. Да я не поверю. Что выбрать-то? Тут вот сложно. А если их трое было? Ну их же логично было трое, если... Да? Давайте.
There is not one murderer, but 3 accomplices, who all used the same scenario.
Do you mean that 3 murderers with quite different aims joined forces to create a smoke screen? Here's another question.
Indeed. It would be best to... The murderer first killed for money, but then began to enjoy it.
But Mr. Poirot, the first murder was my aunt, and nobody had anything to gain from killing her.
Ah, certes. Therefore, this is not what happened.
Такой, блин, сидит. Эркюль Пуаро, который не может догадаться. Так, окей.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle, that's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
Сейчас они подерутся.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle. He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark.
Давайте на
That's
камень, ножницы,
ridiculous.
бумага.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the
Ой, сейчас
profile that
будет
most
время для
resembles the
маленьких
murderer?
серых клеточек. Я угадала?
Let us now try
Да.
and get our brain cells to work.
Сереж, надо было играть в игру. Выбей, когда речь заходит о маленьких серых клеточках. Так, Дональд умен. Я посплю в поезде, мне нравится поезд, да? Ну, тут похоже на то, что он не умный. Ну ладно. Окей. Умный. Нет, не уверенный в себе. Дональд любит поезда, да. Прям как Шелдон. Ага. Щедр.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything.
Нифига себе, редко
Also,
планируют. Я не
jealousy
верю.
is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Убийца Шелдон.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Такой стоит в
Absolument,
очереди
Mr.
за
Clark.
хлебом, блин. Ну, теперь моя
Let us
очередь.
now
Давайте.
try and get our brain cells to work.
Сереж, пей. Самое время. Франклин умен. Сейчас ни один из них, в общем, там какая-нибудь из теток окажется, я чувствую. Что? Где это? Блин, я все потеряла. Вот. Да. Я... Обольстительный. Да. Так. Импульсивный. Щедрый. Сейчас ходится.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity
she's
between
hot
Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Такой смешной
Mr.
угол.
Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly. Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit.
Я же говорю, тетенька.
You, Mr. Clark.
Блин. Ну вот.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no, you know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment,
Одну очко
I have no
Гриффиндору.
material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Вот сейчас бы не помешало покрутить усы. Блинский. Что придумать-то? Сереж, что выбрать? А, Сереж?
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things. And the
Дыра
hole
под
you dug on
стеной.
the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
Такое непроницаемое лицо. Вот это поворот сюжета. Блинский.
I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Я убью себя сам. Бам. Внезапно.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, there is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks.
Я могла встать
I'm
настоящего.
sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Такие полицейские смешные. Они все, конечно, смешные. Причем они одинаковые. Два одинаковых полицейских. Это прям атака клонов.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Дик Донбар.
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Неплохо.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
Такой странный поворот.
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Интересно, будет ли что-нибудь после титров? Кто такими кроется? Да ладно. Мне очень интересно увидеть, кто написал этот прекрасный сюжет. А, ну, в смысле, я понимаю, что это по книге Агаты Кристи, но... Developed. А слово developed, правда, с 2 П пишется? Серьезно? Ха-ха, я нашла баг. Смотри, Administration Assistant Хелена Бенуа. А, нет, там был Бенуа Сакаль, да, что-то я как бы... Что-то я как-то сглупила. Я все-таки надеюсь, что после титров что-то будет. Хотя же это же не фильмы по комиксам. В общем, музыка, конечно, здесь неплоха. И рисовка тоже вполне себе ничего. Но повороты сюжета вполне себе внезапные и беспощадные. А Пуаро зачастую выглядит слишком неумным. Зато у него есть усы. Хотел помутить. тестеры. Здесь ни одного русского. Тут, возможно, одна из девушек. Хотя тоже сомнительно. Our families and cats. Класс. Кванти Клаб. Мариус Попа, простите. Ай, шутки. Thank you for playing. Бла-бла-бла. Насколько я знаю, есть еще адвенчуры по Агаты Кристи, но я как бы их еще не покупала и даже не проходила. А еще Пуаро очень странно пишется по-английски. Че, они по кругу будут крутить? Блинский. Мы попали в западню. Мы никогда не досмотрим титры до конца, да. Вот это слово «Пойрот» — это Пуаро. Так, ладно. Пойду-ка я их выключу и посмотрю, что у нас дополнительно. О, какие подозрительные лица. Награды. Я не все собрала. Большой осел и средний осел. А, вот эти вот ачивки даются, когда, собственно, Пуаро ошибается. Я же клацала по кошкам. Подозрительно, надо будет изучить. Камень. Вот пошли усищи. Так, ладно. Ачивки я, конечно же, не все получила. Наполовину вопросов. Ух, прям. Так, ладно. Это просто кривые сюжетные повороты. Очевидно, да. Так, ну ладно. В общем-то, все. Но очки эго мы собрали не все. Надо было больше крутить усы. Всем спасибо.